Okay, this is Donnie Vaughn of the Marketing Twins. Pick it up on part 2 of this video of how to add a new page. Right now we are creating a new page for college students. We've got our permalink all set and we were starting to put in some text. Now, last we talked we were looking at formatting, very typical kind of stuff. There are a couple things I want to point out. Let's say I'm going to use just as an example, here's some text that we can just copy. We just want to copy this and we're going to use this probably multiple times just so we can have a lot of text on the page. Okay. Alright, so let's say we're going to come to this page and we want to bold this stuff right here. Well, we just typically bold it. But let's say we want to say on here and meet us at the life groups section of the church or something like that. I'm just making it up as I go, but we want somebody, well, what's life groups? Well, let's link somebody over to that. So obviously we want to know what the URL for that is, and so I can just go to life groups and copy the URL here. So there's copy. And then over here I can say, I can highlight the whole text, or I can just type the word life groups, whichever really, well, sometimes we find it's best to do a whole large group of text. That's good for some search engine stuff too, but it's also good because sometimes people can't see that one word, but they might be able to see that a whole phrase is hyperlinked. At that point, you want to come over here to this insert edit. It looks like a chain link, and there's the URL. So I'm going to delete that and paste in our new URL. Now, here's the rule I want you to think about. Opening in a new window or tab. If it's within your site, I typically will say we don't click this button because you're on the home page or your college page, you want to go to the life groups page, that's fine. My rule of thumb typically is if you're opening up a PDF document or you're opening up to an external site, let's say we have that link to the city of Belton or to the Baylor University or whatever it might be, then you would definitely want that to open in a new window. But if you're staying on the site, you might want to consider not having to do that. There might be times where you think, I would rather them open a new window so they can learn about life groups, but then I want them to come back to the college students. Then go ahead and have it open in a new window by clicking that, and you add the link. Now, also, let's say we want to have a picture right here. Okay, so we can put a picture. You can add a photo by uploading or inserting media here, and you can select a file. Now, I've gone ahead and selected just a crazy picture that reminds me so much of Belton. And what I typically do is on the page title, I don't usually use that unless you're going to have that link. I'm just going to hit none on that, and then I'm going to put full size, and you can either do left or center. If you do left, watch what happens. Doesn't that look like Belton? I thought it did. You can the text will kind of wrap around that. Now I'm going to update this page so you can get an idea, and we can go over here to view page, and I'm going to view the page in a new tab just so we can see what it looks like. So you can see that this is linked. It's linked to the life groups. When I click on that, it does open it up a new tab like we set it up for. And then you can see the picture here. Notice too that the picture in here doesn't have all the formatting like the spacing. So it looks like the text rubs right up against the picture, when in reality there is some built-in spacing around photos already. And so you can, if you think, well, that picture's too big, unless you've resized it in some kind of graphic program like Photoshop, you can always click the picture here and just drag the corners a little bit and maybe make it a little bit smaller. And let's say we want to make it that. And those numbers are pixels, 240 pixels. And so if we refresh the screen, you can see that maybe we wanted that to be a little smaller so more text wraps around, etc. Once you're done setting what you want to say, you can go over here and obviously it's published. If you ever want to put it into a draft format before you're ready to do that, you can. And then you update the page. This over here, and I'm going to do a third one on how to add this to the menu bar because we're running out of time. I try to do these in little 5-minute increments. I'm going to show you how to add this. It's probably got another tutorial how to add menu options anyway. You can have different templates. Right now we're going to focus on if you had a no sidebar template. You can see what it would look like here, and there's no sidebar there. So there's different ways to doing that, but that's pretty much how you add a new page. If you have any questions, at the top my email address is there. Stay tuned for the next video on how to add this to the menu bar.